Welcome back to Makeshift Garage. The camshaft is going in the jackass. We're going to use the camshaft that Joel sent us. And this camshaft, the difference is quite a bit. It has a 560 lift, a 574 and a 560 valve lift. It's going to giddy up down the track, broskies. The duration is 270, 288. It's a little bit different than the one we had. The one we had was more of a thumper. This is going to be a little smoother, but it's going to giddy up. I'm going to get this camshaft in. I want to be careful because you don't want to nick the bearings with the edge of the cam. You could easily nick them, you know, and you really want to be careful. Go slow, take your time, turn it a little bit, make it work, get it in there, boom. Should I get a sledgehammer and hit it in a little bit? Put a little screwdriver in here and turn it though. Not a lot of pressure, just a little bit to give it a turn. There we go, look at that. Please, let this one work. Let's let it go, rip it. New camshaft in. Timing chain going back on. I'm going to drop these lifters in. I'm going to put everything back together, man. We're going to fire this thing up. It's coming up, man. Stay tuned for this. This is going to be something. I'm using the same lifters except for the one that got wiped. I bought a brand new one. All the rest of them are brand new. There's no dips. There's no cups. There's no cuts. There's no circles. They're perfect. Let's use them and see what happens. I have to tell you, and I have to admit it, I've done it a few times before and it was perfectly fine. I'm praying it'll be okay. I don't have the funds to keep dumping money in this thing. I want to get it going. If she don't make it this time, I'm telling you, I'm going with rollers. That's it. 45. Let's get it going. I'm just washing out the oil pan. I flushed a bunch of gas through the system, so there's probably still gas in the oil pan. I don't want no gas in the oil pan, so I'll put a little oil on my chain. What do you think? Huh? A little oil on a chain, a little more oil on a chain, a little bit for me, a little bit for that, a little bit for me, a little oil here. I got plenty of assembly lube in there, and I'm going to dump assembly lube on the bottom of every single lifter, even though I have assembly lube all over the cam as well. Good break-in oil. We're going to do everything right and really hope that this thing breaks in right. Let's hope, man. Let's hope. Pray to the car gods. We're praying. Watch how they drop in, man. These things, once they get in there, look at that. I don't even got to touch them. They fall right in, man. They're beautiful. Scrape everything down, clean everything up, leave the rags in there when I'm done. No, taking them out, broskies. But I got a rag in there to catch any garbage in there. I got a rag down the bottom here to catch anything from falling into the oil pan. I washed the oil pan out with gasoline, cleaned everything out with gasoline as best I could. I put the new cam in. I got the lifters in. I got the push rods in. I got the rock assembly together. And I'm going to pop this thing, put the timing chain cover back on. I'm going to put the harmonic balancer back on the water pump. I'm going to get everything together and I'm going to fire this mother up. We're going to get it, man. We're going to get it. I can't wait. I'm excited. I hope that this one really works. I hope it doesn't lose a lobe or freaking lifter don't collapse. Hey, by the way, I didn't show you guys this, but where is that lifter? To the floor. Obviously, that's absolute freaking garbage. You could see what happened there. But watch this. This don't move at all. As much weight as I put on there, it don't move. This lifter did fail. So I don't know if it failed because it got a beating or if it failed and got the beating. That sounds kind of like what happened because it was fine. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, failure. And boom, 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 boom. Then it started getting noisy. Remember, we broke it in with the good springs and it was perfectly fine. All right, so Matt brought his car. Guess what? He says, hey, I don't know if this thing's going to pass inspection. So I said, you know what? Bring it over. We'll take a look at it. This is my other son, Robert Keith's best friend. So guess what? Best man too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
There we
so
go.
we're going to take a look at his car. We know that it might need brakes. It might need struts. He went and got an estimate and tried to get something done, right? And they were just hitting him, man. You need 4 struts. Does he really need struts? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because the spring is all built into struts. And if it really needed struts, that thing would be bouncing like crazy. Let's check the back. It's got a little bounce to it, you know. It should go 1.5 times, you know, like boom. It should like go 1.5. It kind of almost does 2. But you know what? It's probably not bad. You could probably get away with it. If you're not wanting to looking to spend that money, do that work, you'll probably get away with the struts. But we do have to inspect the brakes. We will inspect the brakes. Tell me, how did it drive here?
Honestly, not that bad. like making a lot of noise. It's pretty loud, but
You mean muffler-wise?
yeah, it's loud, but it's also, it's old, you know,
Yeah.
it's been sitting for a while.
So we're going to inspect the muffler, and we'll probably get the welder out and fix it up that way. Make sure you leave the keys. Make sure you roll the windows up and leave the keys. We'll leave them inside, and we'll get to it not today, because today we got our thing going on at home, so we're going to stay. Let me go show you what we're doing inside.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. We put a cam in the car, right? We took the whole motor apart. We pulled the cam out because I spun a lobe, and the lifter, I don't know what I did with it, but right here, it ate a lifter. That's bad. So it ate a lifter. There's the cam. I smashed it on the ground. It broke in half. But it ate the cam. So we bought another cam. No, we didn't buy another cam. Joel H. gave us a cam. So we're sticking his cam in. It's really a truck cam for high-end RPMs. The other cam was a little bit more for the lower RPMs, but we're going to make it work. If this don't work, we're going to a roller cam. We're going to get away from all of this flat tappet hydraulic, and we're going to go to roller lifters and a roller cam, and we're going to get away from it. But we're going to try to make this work. We're going to break it in. We're going to get it going. We're looking good today. I'm buttoning up the front end now. I got the timing chain cover back on. I got to get some bolts in there and get the water pump back on. Once I get this water pump back on, then I can drop the intake on, get the valve covers on, get everything else all hooked up, get the electrical hooked up, get the pump hooked. I'm going to hook it all back up because I'm going to pray that it's going to work perfect. We don't want to wipe another lobe. If we do, hey, send us a freaking roller cam and roller lifters. Send it to us because we're going to need it. But hopefully it'll break in good and we'll be good to go. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
And listen, so let's stay in touch. I'll check the car out quick. We'll give it a quick go over once over. I'll inspect the whole thing. I'll take it up to my guy. We'll get an inspection sticker. I'll pop it on, and then you can shoot back out. All right, man. It's good to see you,
Nice.
Matt.
Yeah, nice
and
seeing you.
we'll catch you guys on the flip side because we're going to go home and get ready for a nice night. We're going to hang out by the pool, eat dinner, relax. Let's get it done. I'll do a little more while I'm here, but I'm pretty sure I'm done for today. I had makeshift garage in my backyard. Do you remember that?
No,
the
I remember
tents?
the like it was like a greenhouse, almost like a tent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had that big giant tent, right? It actually started in a clear greenhouse, and it was so hot. Oh my God, it was horrible. So I built another section. So then it had like two sections. Then I put the big giant thing over everything, and that lasted for about 2 seasons. I think it snowed on it twice. But then my wife said, "Look, you got to get that crap out of the yard, man. You got to empty my yard and clean my yard. This looks like shit." So I was like, "All right, Makeshift Garage is going to have to get an upgrade." And my buddy said this was available, so I came over. Been here for 3 years. We just hung up some Makeshift Garage signs, the old mud tires. They used to be on this car. You know, we got a couple of things going on. We got a bunch of stickers going on. We're going to do the body work on this. We're going to paint it. And we're going to stick stickers all over it. You know, people are going to put their advertisements on it and stuff. We're going to have fun with it. And take it to the track, rip it down the track, blow it up, get off the couch, broskies. Get out there and build that hot rod, meet us down the track. Let's race. You don't need a race car. You just need a car. So that's what we're going to do. That's the idea. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's get rolling.